What's that?
This is the official, original, one-of-a-kind Obama Saving Honolua. Even Obama believes that Honolua should be saved.
No,
so let's get this around the world.
Number one is going to the White House after January 20th. Number 2 is for my good friend Kahu here. And number 3 is mine.
All right. It's Honolua's favorite son, Barack Obama.
And so, Davo's willing to make more of these?
Absolutely. Put your order in with John.
Good. www.savehonolua.org
And
/Obama.
All of the profits go to Saving Honolua.
Fabulous. Hey, good looking shirt.
The bill has been
Aloha.
extended to include ag, but it's still.
Council of the County of Maui, regular meeting for December 5th, 2008 will come to order. Clerk, may we have the roll?
Aloha no kako, aloha mai. Greetings to Chairperson Mateo, council members, county administration, community at large, Maui Land and Pineapple Company. The shortest poem that was ever written was by Muhammad Ali, and it has 2 words, me, we. But Mahina Martin reminded me of an old local slang on August 6th at our One Plan, One Pulse meeting. The local slang simply says, us guys. That's it, us guys. Not the county, not the committees, not the council members, not Maui Land and Pineapple, not the coalition, but us guys. We sit in the most powerful room in all of Maui County. What you see outside was decided here in this room. This room will decide and determine county parks, zoning, hotels, schools, hospitals. This room will decide those things. But today is not about this room. Today is about us guys. Because we're going to determine and decide the fate of Honolua. There'll be some talk, us guys will discuss land acquisition versus county incentives, looking and seeking for an equitable trade value, some kind of a mutual agreement that what is in the best interest of Honolua and Maui residents. Us guys will determine that. But when all is said and done, the main thing that us guys must agree on is to protect and preserve Honolua. That is the priority in this discussion. Shareholders come and go. Shareholders understand losses and gains. And we have a company that has shareholders. But shareholders will recoup their losses. Honolua cannot do that. If Honolua loses, she cannot recoup her losses. So for me, the legacy of us guys today is the protection and the preservation of Honolua, the last open spaces of Kahalavai called West Maui. It is imperative that we decide that today. Shareholders, like I said, to me, they'll lose money, but they can recoup it. And it is better for me to see the shareholders lose money and recoup it versus Honolua being lost forever. Maui cannot afford that. You see, when Honolua wins, us guys win too. Honolua forever. Mahalo.
Members, questions for the testimony? Seeing none, thank you very much. Mr. Clerk?
But I would just ask for the members to support this because I did have an opportunity to visit with Mr. Churchill, and he said that he realizes their board will have to make the final decision. What we get back from the mayor will actually be what we will be acting on. So because we're running short of time, I felt that this was at least a compromise, and I'm just giving it the best shot because I do want to keep this measure alive. It's really important to my community, and I would just ask that all the members support this reworked language. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So by doing this, Mr. Chair, and including just what their compromise for conservation, it's like their proposal, which is the beginning point for the discussion. And I was able to visit with the mayor. She did have one meeting with Mr. Ryan Churchill, and I believe she needed to have additional meetings, perhaps with some of the board members, and she did want to meet also with you, Mr. Chair, as well as Council Chair Hokama, and he was not available. So she had no objections to us doing this. It does not mean that it is the deal. It just means that we're being a little bit more clear about what the proposal actually was from Maui Land and Pine, to state it, to actually have an exhibit attached to your resolution. Anything that we do, Mr. Chair, is going to have to come back to us, and that was one of the reasons why I included one of the whereases, because there may be some things that we are going to be asked to do, such as expedite the land use changes, but all of those things will come back to us. But I felt that to indicate, and I know that was why Mr. Victorino had earlier made an attempt to kind of move this and solidify it and make the community understand that we were supportive, but that we were not the ones that were negotiating this. We were just simply supportive of the mayor doing the negotiations, but we don't have the ordinances before us. We don't have the other things, but out of respect for the work that the community did, I felt it was important to at least just put down, this is the offer that came out of that community effort. And frankly, Mr. Chair, if it hadn't been for our community, we wouldn't even be having this conversation because the proposal that was made originally for the golf course and all the other amenities, it would have been a done deal. So I just, you know, and I know that there's only 5 of us, so all 5 of us are going to have to agree, but, you know, I just humbly ask, because this isn't for me, Mr. Chair, this is for my community, and my community said, look, at least make a statement, just stating what was done, what the offer is, and include that. And because we're running out of time, I did not want to leave this till the very end, because the mayor may have a proposal, but I also want to give her a very clear indication. We're supportive of her efforts. And that's why I have reworked this.